Hello everyone, my name is Tomcat and welcome to Crossout. This is a new game that I am trying out. One of my friends recommended it to me and started playing it, and it was a ton of fun. Crossout is basically a driving shooting game, but with a little bit of a sandbox aspect to it, which I really like. Sandbox part comes in when you're building your car. You can see my car, giant chaos, but this is my car. I designed it. I like the way it drives. So it allows you to customize your cars and exactly to your driving style, and this I really love this. But before I continue, let me mention Crossout is in open beta right now, so things are going to change. So if you're watching this video down, I don't know how far down in the future, and some things don't look the same as like you play it right now, well, this is a beta. Things are going to change. In fact, they just did an update either last night or this morning, where they did some rebalancing things, and if you even can see the chat in the bottom left hand corner, actually they're well behaved right now. Earlier the chat was exploding with like the balance change, and they're like, nah. Anyway, so another thing I'd like to point out, right now if you're looking at the top right, I'm currently level 8. I did start recording when I was level 1, and I went to a tutorial, did some battles solo against bots, against players, and I joined my friends and started doing some PvP matches all together. And then I wasn't sure if I wanted to start a series, so I just kept playing. I recorded more videos, and I was like, you know what? Let's make a series. So this looks like a lot of fun. Went back to the first video, and it was corrupted. Gosh darn it. So in lieu of a proper, like, I guess intro video, like first gaming video, I'm making this video instead. This will be like a whatever intro video. Another thing I like to point out is top right corner again. I usually use a game handle of Tomcat or some variation of it, but in this case I went with something really far out. This is actually because I used to play War Thunder. By the way, Crossout and War Thunder are hosted by the same company called Gaijin. So I use this username or that's not username, game handle in War Thunder, and now it carried over. But it's just a 5 alpha numeric gibberish. But if you understand it, yes, thank you. If you don't understand it, don't worry about it. Anyway, that's just why it doesn't say Tomcat for my name. Anyway, so back to Crossout. The sandbox aspect to it. Here, let me actually load one of my older cars. So this car is somewhat close to the starter car that you start off with. Starter car is like a pickup truck with dinky wheels and sort of 2 machine guns. You end up getting a third one really quick, so it's actually pretty close to a starter car. And the sandbox aspect to it is you can put whatever you like on the car in almost any spot within feasibility. So let me take off all these guns, and let me actually let's take off these blades in front too. They're kind of dorky. And let's see, what do I want to put on? Let's put this cannon on, and you can see, let's try the front first. So you can see when I'm hovering over the hood of my car, you can see these little grids pop up as I move my gun around. That grid is how I attach parts to my car, and as long there's at least one grid square, the gun will attach. Usually have more grid squares just for that. Let's say I hang my gun off the edge. If that part that's attached to gets shot off, not good. But yeah, I'm gonna put the gun in the back, and for giggles, I'm gonna rotate sideways because why not? This is sandbox. Anyway, so let's take this off for a test drive, and driving is actually pretty good. Now, for those of you who like realistic driving games, like, I don't know, Forza, what other games are there? Dirt Rally, nowhere realistic. If you're looking for realistic driving, this is not the game for you. This is fun driving. So my car, not going that fast. It grips the ground pretty well, but if I were to get a faster car out, it actually slips around quite a lot. And it's just for fun. So here, another thing that I like is that the guns do have recoil, at least the artillery or cannons do. So let me stop and shoot at that car, which is an exact copy of my own car, just so I can test my own or my armor with different weapons. So let me right click to shoot, and boom. Yeah, The recoil flipped my car. Because physics. I can still shoot. Like, if there's a target above me for some reason, I can still shoot. Watch this. Boom. Alright, I'm not going to wait for the auto jack, so I'm just going to restart. But yeah, this is a ton of fun. Like, you can do so many things with it. I've seen a couple people actually use the gun as like a booster by firing straight back. Whoops, I forgot to recover. Let's try that one more time. People actually have the gun firing backwards, so they can shoot targets behind them. But not only that, they can also fire the gun to give them a little boost of speed. God, I can't correct it. Whatever, I give up on this car. You're not supposed to have a cannon pointed sideways, at least not with this wheelbase. What I could do is widen the wheels so that they stick out farther left and right, and that will provide a more stable base. But see, this is part of the sandbox aspect. This is what makes this game fun. Other things about this car, oh sorry, not this car, this game. There are factions. When you start off, you're part of the engineers. It's like a generic faction, and then when you get to level 10, you get to pick lunatics, nomads, or scavengers. Lunatics they seem to be like a melee blade faction. I don't know. I haven't joined them yet. I'm still level 8, not 10. Nomads, I believe, are the fast ones. Scavengers seem to have like the high-tech weapons. Steppenwolves, which you can only join when you're level 25 with the engineers, they seem to have a lot of armor. Now, this is just generic. I'm pretty sure there's some mixing between them, so they're not really clear-cut divisions. There's also a market in the game, so you can sell parts that you pick up or you get from the boxes and sell them for money, in-game money, not real money, by the way. And you can upgrade your car with money. You can try making money yourself, but I already made 1.75 credits, not a lot. You can see some of the nice stuff like in the hundreds. Storage, just so you can see all your parts. Shop, all games gotta make money, so this is how this game makes its money. Exhibition, this is one of my favorite aspects about this game. You can actually load or upload your designs, and people will vote on them. Like you can see over here, the save button. This is how many times it was downloaded, and this is how many people liked it. And this is one of my favorite cars, by the way, the Tumbler. For those of you who don't know, the Tumbler is Batman's Batmobile from, oh god, I don't know which movie. It's so long ago. But this thing is fast. Like, it's so fast it even slides. So here, this is part of the driving that makes it fun. You don't slide out of control. Like you don't go into oversteer and just completely spin out all the time. It makes it fun. Like, whoops. You can make the sliding or take the sliding or make the sliding work for your advantage. Like, let's say I had a weapon on this Tumbler, I would just turn and point my gun at them if I don't hit all the bumps. This thing also has a rocket on it, or like a booster, so I can press F and I get a speed boost. Not that long. I'm pretty sure this speed boost module is a pretty low tier, so the boost isn't that long, but it's still pretty cool. It looks like the Tumbler a lot too. Use your bit of your imagination. It's not supposed to be a perfect copy of it. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. So while I have you guys here, let me show you my current car. This is my current car. I guess a couple episodes later down the line, I did record the entire build of this car and my logic behind it. And I've taken it out for some battles so far, and I'm really quite liking it. There's some things I want to tweak, but I'm not too sure about it. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Leave them down in the comments. I will read them and take them into consideration, because this thing, there are some problems. I don't know how to fix them, but we'll come to that in a future video. So as far as game modes go, there's two main game modes. There's PvP, which is normal battle, and then there's raids, where you fight bots and you have to complete an objective. I'll go make a different video explaining the raids in each one, but the PvP, there's matchmaking. They pair you up against I think in teams of 8 and versus other teams of 8, and your power levels are similar. There's always some variation, but those PvP matches, there's a lot of variations and tactics going on that make it interesting. Like, part of the sandbox aspect is a lot of people like to use cannons. They do a lot of damage, but in exchange, they have to put little to no armor to maintain that what's called a power score low. You can see the power scores on my previous builds. You know, this one's 1500, this is 2000, this is 21,000. 21,000, no, 2100. And you know, there's always a balance. You do want armor, more weapons, more speed, more maneuverability. There's a lot of things. So in this aspect, there's an infinite amount of variations you can go. Now, of course, there are certain ways that are better than others, but you know, that's for the players to figure out. But yeah, that's all I have for today. This is just an intro video to this series. Future videos coming up are going to be, you know, some early gameplay, not with this vehicle, with my previous versions. And I'm also going to, I think 2 or 3 episodes later, I'm going to show you guys the build that I did on this vehicle and maybe a couple test battles if I have them recorded. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.